Ladies and gentlemen, we have men's fourth round action. The first player out is celebrating his 21st birthday today. Ladies and gentlemen, from the US, Francis Tiafoe. And his opponent from Bulgaria, Grigor Dimitrov.
Good afternoon from the Melbourne Arena. We've hit the Sweet 16 here at the Australian Open, and we have got a good one here in store for you today. We certainly hope both guys can produce a higher level anyway, because if they do, you won't want to go anywhere for the next 2 to 3 hours, I would suspect. Nick Lester is my name, alongside Roger Rashid. Afternoon, Rash.
Good afternoon, and beautiful conditions, 22 degrees. Sun is shining. It's great for the spectators. There's only a little bit of a zephyr really at 11. You saw the wind speed there, but it's a beautiful day to play second week tennis. There's no doubt about it, and it's when you need a game that's elevated. It's you're through the sort of, I call it the whitewater, where you've had to sort of get through a few matches and try and find your rhythm, and there's always a little bit of uncertainty about how things are going. And now you feel really good about where your game is because you've won those 3 matches, and this is a time where I think you'll see the best players find this another level, and they make a sort of statement in this round of 16 moment.
Tiafoe, as you can see, just left the court. I hope he didn't even lean on the golf cart. But fair to say we got 2, maybe the best athletes on the tour here today on show. Yeah,
there's no doubt. I mean, Grigor, we've seen him over the years and what he can do athletically. He's got a very supple body, so flexible. He's got different ranges of motion anywhere on the court, any angle. And Tiafoe, we're just learning more about him. I like his physique. I like what he's got to offer physically, and his explosiveness around the court. I think there's only a lot bigger upside to his game when you look at both these players. You've got Grigor, who's 27, who's actually got a lot of maturity to his game. He's found, he's got a platform. This young man here, just turned 21 today, is just learning the trade, and I think there's a lot of layers to add to his game.
Yeah, what an occasion to celebrate your 21st birthday into the last 16, into the second week at a major for the very first time, and of course having won a 5-set match for the first time in his career as well. That's a box that he's ticked against Andreas Seppi, because he'd lost 4 in a row, I think it was, maybe even 5 in a row. Check the records prior to that win over Seppi, but that was a good hurdle to get over.
Yeah, he was 0-5, but it was a great hurdle to get over. To know that you can actually get through and run through the tape and clear that 5-set win's really big, because then you've got some calmness once it gets to the 5 sets, and he's probably going to need all of those to beat Grigor, I think, today, if he's going to do that.
For the toss today, can you guys start with the picture on this side, please? Thomas? Sorry, go ahead. Okay, guys, same condition as usual. 25's on the clock. As soon as the point finish, net device and OK speed, say challenge. Do you have any question? Thomas, you need to ask first. You forgot that.
Unforced error.
Here we go. It's rod lever or ANZ?
Rod lever.
Rod lever. What it is, Thomas? ANZ. And then?
Receive.
You receive?
Good here.
Good match, guys. Thank you, Thomas.
Renaud Lichtenstein is the chair umpire, and that young man's got a big smile on his face. May not leave him for a while either.
Interesting, Tiafoe chose to receive there, and I think for him, that was a really smart move. First round of 16, there's obviously going to be a little bit of tension there. He also would maybe have done a little bit of homework on Grigor and known that there has been that's been an area of his game, especially the second serve, when there's been a bit of tension that it hasn't been coming off. So he's just put that in his court and actually said, you lead things off.
Well, the lady that does the emceeing on the court here actually asked the fans whether they'd sing him happy birthday, and a few people have followed suit. You might just be able to hear a faint cry of happy birthday for Francis Tiafoe. But I tell you what, everyone's routes to the top of tennis are generally pretty different, but this guy's got a very unique one, Rash. Family, of course, coming from Sierra Leone. With Dad, we know the story. He was a construction worker at the club. That meant Francis spent a lot of time there, and it's incredible, really, the route that he's in, the path he's had to take.
No, it sure is. I mean, it's one of those. What I do enjoy about, and we'll talk a little bit about it through at the start of the tour, this match, is that it's created a really strong resilience internally for him to actually get through life, because it's. So when I like him as an athlete, and that's why I say there's so much more to offer. He's only 21 years of age, he's ranking at 39. That's only early doors for him. So that's why I see so much upside on his side of the court.
Tremendous year last year, 27 match wins. That win in Delray Beach. He was the youngest winner, American winner on the tour in some 16 years since Andy Roddick when he won that title in Delray Beach. Things fell away a little bit in the second half of the season, but maybe that's to be expected. A former charge of yours, of course, Grigor Dimitrov, a man you know very well indeed. Where's he at? What frame of mind is he in this week?
Well, this week's been great for him because he's, we obviously know that Andre's been added to his group, and that'll be a holistic involvement there with Andre. I know they get on very well, and they have done for a lot of years. So bringing that just gives you a bit of a different look. But he's, 27 moves to 28. He's been 3 in the world before, and he understands what the big moments are like. He's been at this stage and got to quarterfinals and semis at majors. So. I feel like his tennis has got better and better in the first 3 rounds. There's no doubt about that. And there's our umpire. But
where's he at from a confidence standpoint?
Confidence, I think he's in about the 60 percentiles, 70 percentiles. You win this match and you get into a quarterfinals, that will quickly elevate. You'll put him in the 80s. And what I mean by that is that every part of his game, it wasn't overly secure last year, and he's trying to rebuild that structure so he feels secure in every part of his game. His forehand, his serve, especially his second serve, his ability to transition and play the right points out there as well, and his backhand side, which hurt him a lot throughout the course of 2018. But it all starts with the serve. If he serves well, he's got a real clear picture in his second serve, and he's not serving those double faults in at awkward moments. I think then we're going to get a very confident Grigor Dimitrov here today.
As the man who's been heading up the coaching team for the last couple of years, of course, Danny, they had such a successful run in 2017. Dimitrov finishing as the world #3 after he won the Nito ATP finals, and Andre's been around a little while. I think he was hitting with him a bit last summer, wasn't he? There was some relationship was sort of connected last summer.
He stayed at his house. They had a look in Paris, and then he stayed at his house in the off season. Grigor as well, with he and Steffi and the kids. So, and he would have loved that, just being normal. He's a pretty normal guy. Grigor is very low key. He likes the simple things in life. Yeah, he likes the nice things as well, but he's very, he's a very simple, down to earth guy, and it's all courtesy of his upbringing.
There's Team Tiafoe. Of course, Zach Evenden, bottom right in the black shirt. He's the man who travels a lot. In fact, I used to hit with Zach many years ago. The poor bloke, he was terrible after he hit with me, but that's another story. But he's a nice guy, Zach. He was based out of North London. He went across to the States, played college tennis over there, and then actually looking for a job. He found himself in Florida and got to meet Francis, got him like a house on fire, and then they started working together. So that's often the way, isn't it? When guys are on tour, you just want someone you can get on with as much as, of course, and pick their brains.
Yeah, you need to, but he's going to now go into a different space now, Francis, because his ranking will get up there, so there's a different type of package moving forward, and I'm sure they'll look at what the next levels are, what the next stages are.
Sure.
Different people also want to get around you, and you've got to be quite controlled and measured about what this next stage of his career looks like.